it had spread further up my arm. And this stuff was supernaturally spreading.
Somebody ought to have a testimony. Somebody ought to stand on their feet and testify. Testify. Testify.
Are you ready to testify?
Hey Spirit Life, it's Bruce with another quick testimony. I was leaving church about 10-15 years ago, and I noticed a little bit of commotion out in the lobby. Turns out one of our youth had gold dust on her hand. Now when I say gold dust, it wasn't glitter, they weren't doing arts and crafts, it wasn't makeup or sand. I don't know technically if you were to analyze it as a chemical element on the periodic table, would it be AU gold? I don't know for sure, but what I do know is somehow supernaturally she noticed that there was this substance on her hand, and she started sharing it with people. She would rub it off on their hands and they would look and it would spread. She did the same thing for me. I was like, what's going on? She said, look, she slapped this stuff on my hand. I was like, okay, weird. And then I kind of looked and we talked a second. I looked back, it had spread up my arm. And I was like, oh, that's odd, because I hadn't touched it and spread it with my own hand. And I looked and I talked and said something and looked back down. It had spread further up my arm. And this stuff was supernaturally spreading. I wasn't rubbing it. I don't know how. It was a miracle. And here's the thing. You might say, why would God do something like that? You know, some people don't believe in miracles at all. Why would God make gold dust move? Well, first of all, gold is nothing for the Lord. It's not like it's harder for him to make gold than it is sand or something else, because the pavement in heaven is made of gold. But I think God was sharing a supernatural prophetic message with us that night. And the reason I say that is because every time this girl would share, it would spread. And I think God was showing that if we share the blessings we have, whether that's physical things we have, our wealth, our time and resources, or if it's with a spiritual blessing, if we share with others, what the Lord has shared with us, and we help edify and encourage other people with His Word and with lessons that we've learned and things like that, it spreads. Instead of being worried that we're going to run out if we share too much, with the Lord's economy, once we give, we actually get more. It's just like the fish and loaves that the little boy gave. He gave away his only lunch. He wasn't expecting that I'm going to eat today. He just shared what he had. And then God used that small little lunch to feed 5,000. And so when we give, we don't have to be worried. We have to hoard and, keep all of our resources. We can watch the Lord spread His love, His goodness, His resources, His provision to other people. Now, just in case you're worrying, I know there's a lot of skeptics that watch my channel, and I like that. I'm glad you guys are here. This girl now proclaims that she's an atheist. And so that's something we should be praying for. Let's pray for her. I won't name her, but just pray for this young woman. And the thing that's really funny is I met her recently and I said, hey, what do you mean you're an atheist? Don't you remember that time that God did that supernatural miracle? And she said, oh yeah, that one I just can't explain away. So she knows that God really did move and do a supernatural miracle. If you've got a miracle that you want to share, let me know. Comment below, hit the like button. It helps to spread the message of Jesus. It helps this channel to grow. When you subscribe, it helps others to hear the awesome, life-changing power of Jesus, who's still at work, who still does miracles even today. God bless you.
Won't you come?